For 8 million years ago, survival depended on one thing alone: food. There were no farms, no markets, no stored supplies. Every sunrise forced early humans into a brutal search across endless plains, thick forests, and dangerous rivers. Hunger followed them like a shadow. The ancient world was unforgiving. Giant predators ruled the land. Massive saber-toothed cats waited silently in tall grass, while packs of hyenas watched every movement. Early humans were weak compared to these beasts. They had no claws, no sharp teeth, and no powerful bodies. Yet they possessed something rare: intelligence. At dawn, small groups left their rocky shelters carrying sharpened sticks and crude stone tools. Women searched for berries, roots, nuts, and edible leaves, while hunters tracked injured animals across dusty plains. Every meal was uncertain. Sometimes they found sweet fruits hanging from ancient trees. Other times, they survived on insects, eggs, or bitter roots pulled from dry earth. Water sources became deadly hunting grounds. Crocodiles waded beneath muddy rivers, while giant snakes hid among reeds. Still, early humans had no choice. Fish provided valuable protein, and riverbanks often held edible plants. One mistake, however, could mean death. Meat was precious. When hunters discovered a dead animal abandoned by lions, they rushed toward it before scavengers arrived. Using sharp stones, they quickly cut pieces of flesh while constantly watching the horizon. Hyenas could appear within minutes. Fire slowly changed everything. Roasted meat became safer to eat and easier to digest. Warm fires also protected groups from predators during freezing nights. Around glowing flames, ancient families shared food, stories, and survival knowledge passed from one generation to the next. Children learned early. They watched elders identify poisonous plants, track animals, and locate hidden water. Survival was not taught through words alone. It was learned through danger. Some seasons brought abundance. Rain-filled rivers, fruit-covered trees, and animals migrated close to human camps. But droughts were terrifying. The land cracked beneath the burning sun. Plants died. Herds disappeared. Starvation spread quickly. Yet despite endless hardships, early humans adapted. They experimented with new foods, created better hunting tools, and worked together to survive a world filled with death. Their diet was more than food. It was the foundation of human evolution itself. Every root they dug, every animal they hunted, and every fire they protected slowly shaped the future of humanity. Imagine waking up every morning not knowing if you would eat or starve. That was life for 8 million years ago. Early humans lived in a world where survival depended entirely on nature. There were no farms, no kitchens, and no safe places. Hunger controlled every decision. As the sun rose over the African plains, small groups of early humans began searching for food. Some wandered through forests, collecting berries and fruits. Others dug deep into the earth for roots hidden beneath dry soil. Children followed carefully behind their mothers, learning which plants could save them and which could kill them. Food was never guaranteed. Sometimes a group found honey hidden inside giant beehives, hanging from cliffs or trees. The sweet reward gave energy, but collecting it was dangerous. Angry swarms of bees attacked without mercy, and one slip from the rocks could be fatal. Protein was critical for survival. Hunters used primitive spears and stones to chase small animals across open grasslands. Most hunts failed. Animals were faster, stronger, and more experienced. But when hunters succeeded, the entire group celebrated. Even scavenging was deadly. The smell of a dead animal attracted predators from miles away. Early humans often risked their lives stealing leftovers from lions or hyenas. Every second mattered. Sharp stones sliced meat from carcasses, while terrified eyes scanned the horizon. Then came night. Darkness transformed the world into a nightmare. Predators moved silently beyond the shadows, while freezing winds swept across the land. Fire became humanity's greatest protector. It provided warmth, safety, and cooked food that reduced disease. Around the fire, early humans shared precious meals together. Meat, roots, nuts, berries, and fish formed the survival diet that kept humanity alive. But nature constantly tested them. Long droughts destroyed food supplies. Rivers dried up. Animals vanished. Entire groups were forced to travel huge distances searching for anything edible. Many never survived the journey. Still, humans adapted. They learned to cooperate. They improved tools. They memorized migration routes and seasonal plants. Intelligence slowly became stronger than brute force. The survival diet of early humans was not luxurious. It was harsh, unpredictable, and dangerous, but it helped shape the species that would one day dominate the planet. For 8 million years ago, eating the wrong plant could kill you instantly. Early humans lived in constant hunger. Every single day was a battle for survival. No supermarkets, no farms, no cooked meals waiting at home, only danger. Ancient humans searched forests and plains for anything edible: berries, roots, nuts, eggs, insects, and sometimes raw meat. But food was incredibly hard to find, and they weren't alone. Massive predators hunted the same land. Saber-toothed cats watched silently from tall grass, while giant hyenas waited for weakness. Even rivers were deadly. Crocodiles attacked without warning as humans tried catching fish or drinking water. Yet humans survived through intelligence. Using sharp stones and wooden spears, hunters chased small animals across dry plains. Most hunts failed, but one successful kill could feed an entire group for days. Sometimes they didn't hunt at all. Instead, they stole meat from predators. Imagine rushing toward a lion's leftover carcass while hyenas screamed nearby. Early humans cut meat as quickly as possible before becoming prey themselves. Then came fire. Fire changed human survival forever. Cooked meat became easier to eat and safer from disease. Flames also scared predators away during freezing nights. Around campfires, ancient families shared food together. Roasted meat, roots, fish, berries, and nuts. Children learned survival skills from elders because one mistake in the wild meant death. But the worst enemy wasn't predators. It was starvation. During droughts, rivers disappeared and plants died beneath the burning sun. Entire groups wandered for days searching for food. Weakness spread quickly. Many humans never survived. Still, humanity adapted. Their survival diet made them stronger, smarter, and more cooperative. Every dangerous meal pushed human evolution forward. Without those brutal struggles millions of years ago, humans might never have survived at all. The hot African sun burned across endless plains for 8 million years ago as a small group of early humans stepped carefully through tall grass. Hunger had returned once again. For days, the group had eaten almost nothing. An elderly woman searched the ground for edible roots while young children collected berries from thorny bushes nearby. Far ahead, hunters carried wooden spears and sharp stones, following animal tracks across dusty earth. Suddenly, birds exploded into the sky. The hunters froze. Hidden somewhere nearby, a predator moved silently through the grass. Perhaps a giant cat. Perhaps hyenas. In this world, every meal carried deadly risks. Still, the humans continued forward. By midday, they discovered a muddy river surrounded by reeds. Fish splashed near the surface, but crocodiles waited beneath the water. One hunter stepped carefully forward with sharpened spear, while others watched nervously. The spear struck. Moments later, the group finally had food. That night, smoke rose into the dark sky as flames danced outside a rocky shelter. Fish roasted over the fire, while children huddled beside their mothers. For a brief moment, the group felt safe, but survival never lasted long. The dry season arrived weeks later. Rivers shrank beneath the heat. Fruit disappeared from trees. Hunger returned stronger than before. Desperate hunters followed vultures across the plains until they discovered a half-eaten carcass abandoned by lions. Quickly, they sliced meat from the bones while fear filled the air. Hyenas could arrive at any second. The humans escaped just in time. Back at camp, elders shared food carefully. Nothing could be wasted. Bones were cracked open for marrow. Roots were roasted beside the flames. Every bite mattered. Slowly, humans evolved through these struggles. They learned which plants healed sickness, which animals were safest to hunt, and how to survive together against a brutal world. The survival diet of early humans was never about comfort. It was about endurance. And through millions of years of hunger, fear, and adaptation, humanity survived.